You send me some matches, I'ma start a fire, you feel me? You get me? Yeah. Then I'ma rub my palms, you know? You feel me? But hold up, where's that Pepto-Bismol? Cause haters always pull up when I'm eating new money. I be ballin' like I'm teething. You crawling, that's your weakness. We keep them pieces running to the knee stiff, and my favorite president's done met the reaper. I see you trying to keep up. That route working? Oh, how perfect. That spout splurting. Your mouth surface cause you clout thirsty. I win so much I could be cloud surfing. And if I'm mouth worth it, nah, she ain't a groupie, just a proud person. You see, this investment returns clean, even my clothes rock, I'm disinfected. We burn trees that we hash down and pass out like a pop quiz to a class clown. You missed a section. Now pay attention. Queens sitting through bitter, kings digging through litter, bitches living through bitches and niggas living through liquor. Know that who you are to them may not be who you are to me. I see it's hard to balance being who you are and are to be. They just do it for the gram. They became what y'all perceive. Hey, your mind's already trained. If this game is y'all believe, some gon' do it for they gang, the rep, they block, they play spots and get you for your chain like Ray Kroc. They stay hot. They playing ball, I play stocks. Build a portfolio so my rainy days stop. Starting umbrellas with my conglomerates. Y'all work hard for them product kicks. I'm about to buy that building where your mama live, nigga. Straight up. Now I can keep going. Yeah, nigga, I can keep going. Yeah, I got some more. While y'all was kicking rocks, I was on bitches' blocks, slinging cock, wave spinning like it's out that singing box. Yeah, Porter's far from a saint, but I'm done fucking with bitches. That's discouraging, that's harder to think. I ain't traumatized, I'm dramatized. Jail time, them couple of baby mama guys, not all could avoid it. Better yet, not all could afford it, not all could just alter. They calling and foil it, assault on the fall day you fought and you spoiled it. It's all just annoying. I'm brave and just faking the joyous, but I'm sinking. Guess my balls isn't buoyant. See, I'm sinking, guess my balls isn't buoyant. But you know what? We don't float, we fly, nigga. Straight up.
Midnight, the witching hour when the night is darkest, our fears the strongest, and our strength at its lowest ebb. Midnight, when the graves gape open and death strikes.
Ain't nothing like this thing called hip-hop. True to it, cause we do it on a non-stop. Gotta love it, cause the flow be so hot. It ain't nothing like.
Welcome to Hell Night. I'm the type to fuck up a rapper's shelf life just cause it felt right. Tax season, IRS. Y'all just little pups running around collarless. I'm like Cujo, they like Strange, Mount Vesuvius. They like Pompeii, they like Beyonce. So glittery, jittery, when we come around so niggery. All black everything, go for the piping. Black fist in the air, middle finger right wing. Overseas bread, speaking cold when we Skyping. Rappers in my sights, even when I'm just sightseeing. Can't help myself, they just too soft. Coming through Mudfoot, ain't even taking shoes off. Boot stomp on your couch and your carpets. Rick James, bitches, y'all just darkness. Give me a light so I can spark this. Spark this.
It ain't nothing like this thing called hip-hop. True to
Good morning, y'all.
it on a non-stop. Gotta love
Cymarshall
it cause the flow be so hot. It ain't nothing like. It ain't nothing like this thing called hip-hop. True to it cause we do it on a non-stop. Gotta love it cause the flow be so hot. It ain't nothing like.
Untraceable, no cure. Fish scale rail, I'm the brand new pure. Hit me off the tour with your proceeds. A-man bleeds, A-man got needs. I probably got seeds somewhere foreign in the next land. Fuck about the next man. I shine the sun worldwide like pun. No farewell, head in the stairwell. That's your girl, yeah, well it happened. We ain't gon' just stand here yapping. Never seen you trapping on the block. Who gon' sign you? Who said you could rock? You go back as far as Biggie and Pop. I knew them both. Still here cause I followed the oath and made moves. Don't disturb people grooves. I enhance. Get on that Burma nigga. Now I'm out way in France. They play punks up at your high school dance. Yeah, that's me. Mama, hands in your pants.
It ain't nothing like this thing called hip-hop. True to it cause we do it on a non-stop. Gotta love it cause the flow be so hot. It ain't nothing like. It ain't nothing like this thing called hip-hop. True to it, cause we do it on a non-stop. Gotta love it, cause the flow be so hot. It ain't nothing like.
One for the money, two for the bass. Classic hip hop, you need to embrace. This time around, you gotta fix your face. Rampage original, I'm hard to trace. I'm setting the tone, I'm etched in stone. I'm LeBron with the heat, dude, I'm in the zone. I'm a real boss, y'all niggas unknown. Street certified, y'all dudes is all clone. Step in the ring, I'm breaking every bone. This what I'm saying, y'all dudes ain't real. I came through the ranks with concept and skill. Smoke so heavy, just like I'm Cypress Hill. Rampage, Boy Scout, Remington still. Deep freeze movement, we all in the field. Bases loaded, this is the 9th inning. City to city, me and my team, we stay winning.
It ain't nothing like this thing called hip hop. True to it, cause we do it on a non-stop. Gotta love it, cause the flow be so hot. It ain't nothing like this thing called hip hop. True to it, cause we do it on a non-stop. Gotta love it, cause the flow be so hot.
It ain't nothing like this thing. You know, I want to start the show first. I want to start the show. Then we'll get into beats. My name is Cymarshall Law, and welcome to the Cymarshall Law Show, episode number 58. Fast approaching that 60. Today's episode, we're different, but really, we're the same. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to interview my man Execute out of Hungary, one of Hungary's dopest producers. And we're just going to have a great show. It's Friday, you know what I'm saying? It's Good Friday of all things. It's definitely going to be a great day, you know what I'm saying? So let's start this thing in a good vibration, sort of positive energy, energy. Start the morning off with the morning prayers, you know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Gotta say thanks to the Most High and give it up to the Creator. Let's do that. Matter of fact, let me turn the beat off. Give the Most High all of our attention. Universal God's God, great architect, universe, Jah, the Most High, cosmic intelligence, great architect. Thank you for allowing us to wake up today feeling blessed. Thank you for good health. Thank you for good fortune. Thank you for mental stability. Thank you for physical stability. Thank you for emotional well-being. Thank you for confidence. Thank you for allowing us to grow as people on different levels. We're growing mentally, we're growing emotionally. We are physically getting healthier. Universal Gods, thank you for our healthy brains, our healthy hearts, our healthy minds, our healthy spirits. Thank you for removing negative people from our lives. Thank you for upliftment. Thank you for elevation. Thank you for love. Thank you for compassion. Thank you for empathy. Thank you for the brilliance within us being ignited at the right times. Thank you for assisting us getting through the darkness. Thank you for continuing to bless us every day. Thank you for international connections. Thank you for unity. Thank you for prosperity. Thank you for today. Thank you for Friday. We are blessed. Thank you, God. Let's go. Yeah. So again, my name is Cymarshall Law. This is Cymarshall Law Show, episode 58. Yo, just the other day, we was like episode 8, 18, 28. We're just fast moving at the ranks. Because you know why it is? Because I do 3 shows a week. And I'm looking at a lot of these other podcasts. They do 1 show a week. But your boy's out here putting in work for y'all. Those that sleep get slept on, you know what I'm saying? So, I wanted to call today's show We're All Different, but We're the Same. And matter of fact, I have 2 songs on this exact topic. I should have played them today. I still might play them today. So we're going to interview my boy Execute from Hungary momentarily in about 10 minutes. And I was just thinking about... Can't hear myself that well. I was thinking about how, although Execute is from Hungary, and I'm from Jersey by way of UK, by way of, Jamaica, I know that we have a lot of similarities just based off of hip-hop alone. and it just got me to thinking how separated the world is. But I always felt that we're very much alike. And I'll give you an example of my way of being. When I used to be in high school, right, I was definitely the type of kid who was friends with literally everybody. I was friends with the nerds. I was friends with the jocks. I was offended with like the so-called corny kids, the so-called cool kids. I was friends with the girls, the boys. I was literally friends with everybody, every race, every religion. I had a relationship with at least one person, right? But I would say that a lot of my peers, they kind of stuck to their groups. Like, you know how in high school it can kind of be cliquish. In college, in life, it can be kind of cliquish. But I've always had a personality where I just gravitate to people that I feel a good energy from, that I feel a good vibe from. And because I'm this way, what I've been able to find is that although people appear to be different on the outside, we're really all the same. At our core, we want the same things. We want attention. We want to be cared about. We want people's time. We want people's attention. We want to live the best of life. But I feel like when we're in our own sections, like when the nerds are over here, when the jocks are over here, when white people's over here, when black people's over there, all the similarities that we do have, we'll never be able to see, because it's like we have to talk to each other to find these similarities out. And not only that, it was because I could see that we're fundamentally the same, is why I always felt that I should talk to other people. But beyond that, see, I was born in England and I came to America, and England and America are like completely different universes. However, within them looking so different on the outside, when you talk to the people, there are a lot of, like, London is kind of similar to New York in a way, and there are parts of England that are similar to New Jersey in a way. And I feel like unless you're able to explore and actually talk to someone, you never know about these similarities. Let me play Execute joint. So you never know about these similarities, and we're always gonna clash if we don't, speak to each other and kind of learn from each other. And what's crazy is that if we don't speak to each other and learn from each other, what happens is that's when fear kicks in. You know what I'm saying? And fear comes from people not understanding. And it's like, if we never talk to each other, we'll never find out how the same we are. When I've been to other countries, one of the things that I like to see is the graffiti everywhere. So the graffiti in Netherlands, believe it or not, looks the same as the graffiti in New Jersey. The graffiti in New York looks the same as the graffiti that I've seen in Belgium. So although we're completely different, we share these same values. And hip hop is definitely something for myself that let me know how much we're the same. Like, for instance, like one of the first times I went to Sweden, to my boy Frankie's house, Frigate from the Beatniks. When I went in his living room, I looked on the wall, and all his CDs were like this spitting image of my CDs at home. So it's like, although Frankie grew up in Norrköping, Sweden, a completely different life than I grew up in Jersey, we had a lot of the connectors, and our main connector was through hip hop. And because we were both living through hip hop, we were able to find a lot of our similarities. But I feel like just in life in general, people don't talk to each other, and we get into a lot of beefs because we think we're sweet. We underestimate what the other person might know. And we do that based off, I would have to say, for lack of a better word, ignorance. For lack of a better word, maybe it's fear. It's like conditioning. It's like you have a group of people, whether that's white people or Latino or black people, and we grew up with these stereotypes, and it's like if we never reach out of our own circumference, our own comfort level, our own zone, we never get to break through those stereotypes because we never ever talk to each other. Like, for instance, I live in a community that is, I would say it's probably predominantly white people. So my son has a best friend, one of my sons, and his best friend is a white kid. But I always tell him, like, yo, bring my man to our house, so he doesn't grow up thinking that like, you know, black people have all these crazy ass that like bring him into our house so he can see our cultures, he can feel our vibe, he can feel our love. And I feel like this is what's been missing a lot in the world. Like we don't invite other cultures into our houses enough because we feel like we're gonna be judged. And I feel like I want to do the exact opposite. And I've always been that type of person in general where it's like I want to learn, I want to ask about you. I want to know about the things that I don't know that are unfamiliar to me. And every time I look into what's unfamiliar to me, I find out there are mad similarities. So on the outside, they might, you know, look different, but it's like we do all the same things, but just in different ways. So, you know, although my son's friends grew up in his own different life and it's completely different from the life we live around here, you know what I'm saying? He's still got mom and a dad he loves. You still got sister that he fights with. You know what I'm saying? He still has these problems that he goes through. And maybe he goes through the problems in a slightly different way. But at our cores, you know what I'm saying? We all go through the same things. We all hurt from the same things. We all care about the same things. We care about family. We care about friends. We care about having a good time. We care about not being stressed the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But the things we do on the outside might appear differently. But yo, we're fundamentally all the same. But it's like the whole world is beefing right now because it's like they think we're different. On the outside, we might look different, but on the core inside, we want the same things. So it's like we're fighting over nothing because we all care about the same things. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like just hip hop is just one of the things that allowed me to realize that we're different, but we're really all the same. You know, another thing that made me realize this is sports. And when I actually moved to America from England, I didn't have any friends because people would hear my English accent, right? And the boys definitely didn't want to mess with me because they thought I was different. But you know what got me friends immediately when I came to America? Or maybe not immediately, but when we went to recess, yo, when I got on that soccer field, when we started like racing or when we started like getting into like sports, the kids were like, oh, although he's from England, he does the same things as we're doing out here. So sports was another connector, and you can look all, you know, throughout the whole planet. They once said that Pele could stop wars because, you know what I'm saying, people from all over the world just wanted to pay attention to his soccer game. So all over the world, people are playing these sports, and they might not speak the same languages, but on that court, they speak that same language. On that field, they speak the same language. And it's the same thing with, you know, other parts of life. In love, we speak the same language. Love is a language. Math is the universal language. So we have all these things that on the outside appear to be different, but on the inside, our core values are the same. So when you go out on your day today, when you go out on your Good Friday today, you might see someone that you see every day that you never speak to. Speak to that person. Reach out, speak to that person, because you never know. That person might be going through the same things as you, and that person might be put in your life so y'all can connect. But if you are looking on the outside and you're like, yo, this person's different from me, and you know, I can't vibe with them, I can't speak with them just based off the way they look, you're probably missing millions of connections in your life you should probably be having. Because God puts us in positions to learn, but if we don't, you know, read the signs that he sends to us, like, we're missing crazy amounts of opportunities. And sometimes these signs come in the form of something unlikely, something that looks completely different from you. So it's like, if you're not paying attention, if you're being standoffish because something seems different from you, you're probably missing a lot of opportunities. And there's probably someone in your life right now that you've been overlooking that can probably help you. I'll give you another example. Then we're gonna get into the song of the day. Then Execute's gonna join. I'm kind of rambling here, but I remember a few years ago, I used to take my son to the bus stop in the morning, mad years ago, matter of fact. And there was this guy who was always there with his son. And for about a year and a half, me and this man just would go to the bus stop and stand across from each other and kind of ice grill each other like, this is my son, this is your son, you better not touch my son. Just on some male bravado, corny shit. So we never spoke for a year and a half. For one day, for some reason, we struck up a conversation. Do you know me and this man became best of friends. Like every day after that, we exchanged phone numbers, emails, but it was just on some, I just didn't think he would understand me. I thought I was just like a young black kid. He was like a older, like Asian, and I think he was Asian and white. But yo, it's my man. Shout out to John Hobby. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my little story. We're all different, but really we're the same. We're gonna get into the song of the day. A couple joints. We're gonna get into an Execute joint. Execute came out with an album with my brother Black Belt Poems, and he did this song that I really love, and the song is called Dance For Me. So I'm gonna check out that song. We're gonna check it out together, and then I think I'm gonna give you guys an exclusive. Yesterday I made a song with Cool Kim from the UMCs, and we made a rough draft. We recorded the song live on air. We wrote it live on air. We recorded it live on air. So I'm gonna play y'all the rough joint. We don't have a hook yet, and this is gonna be a complete exclusive. I'm just gonna play this once. But first we're gonna play the Black Belt Poems and Execute joint. This one is called Dance For Me. Then we're gonna have the boy Execute join. Let's go. Cymarshall Law Show.
Yeah. The Black Dragon. It's Black Belt Poems, a Black Dragon. It's Black Dragon. Yeah, it's Black Belt Poems. Black Dragon. Yeah, it's Black Belt Poems, a Black Dragon. Execute. The Black Dragon. The Black Dragon. Yeah, it's Black Belt Poems, a Black Dragon. What? Black Belt Poems, check it. Yo. It's the Black Dragon, get souped, it's all me. Here to take out the trash like Rube and Claudine. I'm a boss on my own steed, you can't hold me. The haters still phony, try anything to throw me, but it won't work. You don't want no work, I got it covered, so you can try to throw dirt. It's the big man, now you must have missed my growth spurt. There's no words, I'm numb to your bars, they don't hurt. Don't sleep, stay up, that's my advice. I'm not hype by the hype, I state that all my life. Check my street credit, it ain't cool unless we said it. The Black Dragon, I got a beat fetish. The weak perish and looking at me like I'm three-headed. Nothing can stop me, not even my police record. So deal with it, cause I ain't going nowhere. I'ma be here for a while, don't even go there.
Now listen, kid.
Okay. Nothing can stop me. When I'm back again, you can't hold me.
Now listen, kid.
Okay. The Black Dragon. Check my street credit. You can't hold me. When I'm back again, peep the ruggedness getting you amped, bro. Okay, you got bars, but can you make them dance though? Or you got dope beats, but then you can't flow. What's up with this world? I'll be damn and slam, no. I'm doing my thing, I'm in a complete zone. I play old records and read poems. I'm too original to copy these weak clones. It's the music that make me travel and leave home. But I'll be back with a new rap and a new beat on. Head nodding with new topics to speak on. When I feel down, trust me, dancing the best thing. Ash Turbo, ozone the last twins. I used to drink 40 smoke blunts with my brethren. Then come up with hardcore lines that'll make your head spin. I can write rhymes to my pulse rate or heartbeat. I can write rhymes to my
Cymarshall Law Show. Let's go.
Now listen, kid.
Episode 58. Different, but really we all the same.
When I'm back again, you can't hold me.
Now listen, kid.
Okay. The Black Dragon. Check my street credit. You can't hold me. Stunt and stun your crew is what I come to do. I'm in the game just to get buckets like Uncle Drew while I dance. I cannot judge, I cannot hate, I can't separate. The feeling is too great. This LP is all about my stance in life. So right now I'm focused on the dance tonight. You gotta stand up right, you can't be uptight. We gotta have freedom and know how to love life. Sometimes the dance battle is a tough fight. When it's your turn, make sure the moves is bust right. Two-stepping, moonwalking on pepper seeding. Fat Joe leading, I'ma dance till my feet bleeding. Right on beat, ain't slowing up or speeding. I'm stampeding when Execute bring the beat in. Out of control on the dance floor, I ain't leaving. DJ play the last tune and I'm beefing.
Now listen, kid.
Okay. Nothing can stop me. When I'm back again, you can't hold me.
Now listen, kid.
Okay. The Black Dragon. Check Yeah, they call me the Black Dragon.
I love that song. I love that song. Execute, where you at, boy? So I'm going to play one more joint and then hopefully Execute will join as I'm playing this joint. So this song right here, though, we wrote it and recorded it less than 10 hours ago. Like right before I went to sleep. That's the last thing I did. We wrote it. We recorded it live. This is with Cool Kim from the UMCs. You know what I'm saying? Dope MC from back in the day. Still today, he came into NY. My man, Execute. Execute, my brother. My brother. Execute is here. You know what? I'll play the song later because Execute is here. Execute. You here? You there, brother? The Mike, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. You know, I'm going to play this joint while Execute fixes his microphone. So, yo, this is Cool Kim and Cymarshall Law. We don't have a name for the joint. The joint is produced by DLP. Respect the producer. Yo, it's going to be crazy, but this is the rough, so exclusive, super exclusive right now. Probably shouldn't even be playing this. Let's go.
Fellas capping, it's
Jackson.
Derek Jackson, spazzing, it's collab lab. Here's a fast jab, a ways for kids to
rap back.
Yo, well, I'm forever clever. I'm now or never, son. Them heads will sever if they ever step on my trap door when I pull the lever. My endeavor is written as a manifesto. I'm a cobra in a low cut vest, Joe. I'm Destro.
Let's go, I got the best flow, nasty like Esco, from Durst to Fresno. Spitting like when the tech blow. Heads no, I'll fight to the death. Pass away, slaying crews, then show up in heaven around.
Satan shoes.
Look, it really doesn't matter. The chitter chatter with the gray matter splatter at her. Like I'm a mage type master and disaster caster. I got a chrome plated one about to blast it at ya. Guess I'm a master blaster.
Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Good Friday, y'all. Hope y'all gonna have a good Easter weekend. Know what I'm saying? Get some family time. Get some good food. Yo, check out these next verses though. Check it out.
Lord, yo, I kill rappers. I'm slaughtering your best team. Then do voodoo and have your kids haunted by the ghost of Epstein. Cause I heard your poem. It made me wanna burn alone. Turn to home and pick on you niggas from Katie's burner phone. You a MC? Couldn't rap report if you was Michael. I'm really on the track, but you just tone cycle. I'm the greatest MC. I'm breaking the G.
COVID.
Matter of fact,
vaccinated for me.
Vaccinated for me. Doors kick in when nobody supported him. Born to win, my rap will jump up and kick off your chin. When it's over, you'll be shocked when you see side time. Like in the end, when you found
blind.
out Eli's blind. Snatching you out of the sky, claiming your airtime. Your Cymarshall sharper than James' hairline. The recipe, this is true skill. I'ma sell this verse as an NFT.
Yo,
2 mil.
check it. Now boiling water, scorched earth, pure slaughter. You can't afford to get out of order south of the border. The Badland border, the boy built the brick and mortar. Your cats is kinda sorta scared, I'm out of kinda good shit. Now catch Falter, I crush him with the rocket Gibraltar. From top of the altar, ops get stopped, the salter. The outer limits, push your past your gimmicks and limericks. I'm real with the business, I box the knocks, the niggas. I'm fit with the fitness, my jab hit stiff with the quickness. Move with the swiftness, show improve on the shiftless. What a world, Joe. Pay bro in furlough. Your girl let her curl go. Quarantine made the world slow. It could have been worse. It's life in the lead to a hearse. You better think first before you disperse. Oh yeah, my name is Cool Kim. If I fail to discuss, and I rep hip hop till I turn to dust. Word.
Hey, yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
All
the
right.
boy Execute's in the building. Execute. Give it up for Execute.
Thank you. So this is my first time on Zoom. Sorry about the Yeah, sorry about the difficulties. This is my first time on Zoom.
Oh, it's all good, brother. It's all good. Just give me a second here. There you go. It's alright. This is like my 100th time on Zoom, and I'm still messing shit up, so it's all good. Yo, thank you for joining, brother. Thank you.
Thank you for the invitation.
Looks like, no doubt, looks like some people were feeling the beats. That was one of my favorite. I don't know. I probably never told you, but that was one of my favorite beats that you've made. That I've heard. The joint you have with Black Belt. Dance for Me. This shit is crazy.
Yeah, I like that beat personally too. Actually, it's funny. Like, Skid picked that beat, but he kind of put it on the side. And as we were working on the project, like he was asking, for my input and all that stuff. And I told him like that's, one of my personal favorites. So I kind of encouraged him to do something with it. And then this is how it came out.
You know what? I'm actually remembering now when he was first writing this joint and how he decided to do a song about dancing. Like, just, because he grew up dancing. Skits was a super dope dancer back in the day in a group, I think, called the Ring Lords. But anyhow, I digress. This is about the boy Execute. Yo, thank you for coming through. And again, let me give this brother his applause.
Thank you.
So, yeah, man, let's get into it. For the people that don't know you, just kind of let them know who you are, what you're about, what you represent, and kind of what you got going on.
So yeah, I go by Execute, from Hungary originally. I'm residing in the UK at the moment. And yeah, like my style of hip hop is boom bap, first and foremost, soulful boom bap, but I also incorporate reggae elements here and there.
Okay.
I had a lot of friends who actually listen to reggae, and so obviously that influenced me, and that's pretty much it.
Yo, so let me ask you a question off the list. Is reggae music really big in Hungary, or is it just like the group of friends you kind of hung out with were big on reggae?
Yeah, mostly they were big on reggae, but yeah, it's hard to say anything is really big on Hungary. Like, other than
explain that. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, like mostly, I guess, popular music is what's popular in Hungary, mostly. But yeah, like we have reggae artists, and
you have like Hungarian reggae artists.
Yes.
What?
And yeah, we do. And it's funny because, they are all over it. Like, they are all about the culture and everything. So there's a group, like the front member, like the singer and everything, like he used to live in Jamaica. He went there, he learned the language, the patois, and so, he sounds authentic. So that's a cool thing.
Yeah, what's his name?
I can't remember. I'm sorry, but I can't.
It's all good, man. If you can find out, I want to know. I would love to hear a Hungarian reggae artist.
Yeah, I will definitely. I can check it out.
I think that's super dope. So tell me, where did the name Execute come from? It's a dope producer name.
Thanks. To be honest, it was just something like I used to rap when I was young.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I had a completely different name back then because it started when I was a young kid. So I just kind of came up with some silly stuff, and so later on I just felt like I need something. If I take this seriously, I need something serious. So basically, I just picked this because I word Execute. I like the meaning, basically, like, you can use it in a couple of different ways, but I just like, that if you want to get something, if you want to achieve something, if you want to, achieve your goal, you have to execute.
You got to execute.
Yeah, you cannot go without that. So you can plan, you can dream, you can do all that, but without execution, it just remains a dream.
No doubt. The other day on the show, we had the topic of, it was like, finish what you start. And that was kind of the point of it. Like, if you can start and do all this shit, but if you can't execute that finish, it's like nothing. So yeah, that's a super dope name. Execute. Yo, you remember any of your old raps?
From the top of my head?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, it was a really long time ago. And I mean,
I would have loved to hear you spit.
All of it is in Hungarian, actually. So
but that's the thing. That's why I asked you, because the topic of the show today is we're all different, we're the same. So although you are spitting in Hungarian, your spitting is what the part that we're the same about. Like, I would be able to hear your raps and hear the vibration from your raps and be able to go like that. And that's the part of life and hip hop that we're all the same about. Like, the things that we can't see are the things that make us the same. But on the outside, like, I'm hearing your Hungarian, and I obviously can't understand Hungarian, but what I can understand is your vibration and your energy and what I pick up from the sound of your voice. So that's why I was asking you if maybe you could spit a rap. It would be dope for the listeners to hear some Hungarian rap. So
yeah, maybe we can put it up another time.
Yeah, word up.
Yeah.
So how has growing up in Hungary influenced your style of making beats, if any at all?
I would say, yeah, I guess it did, because just being from Europe, obviously it's similar. Like, in America, you hear all these different artists, American artists from all over, America. Not just necessarily from your region, and it's kind of the same thing. So in Europe, we have a lot of European artists, all over Europe, and funny enough, a lot of them, obviously, because when they trying to be internationally known, they just go with English. So so obviously that's the language that they choose, and so that way it can, reach a wider audience, and that's what happened. So me being from Hungary, like I grew up listening to a lot of like Swedish hip hop artists and Danish, Finnish, and so I guess that influenced my music as well. So obviously I grew up listening to American music because obviously that's where it's coming from. So, and I know a lot of them, but I also know a lot that's not necessarily well known overseas.
Right.
Yeah, and then I don't know, like mostly the Swedish hip hop is what influenced my music, I would say.
What artists like Luke Troop, Timbuktu?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Luke Troop. And funny you mentioned Luke Troop because, shout out to Promo. He's also a reason why incorporating like reggae elements.
Okay.
Yeah, like he as a solo artist, like he has reggae joints, like proper reggae stuff where he actually sings. So it's not just reggae infused hip hop, like he does actually proper reggae music.
Word.
So yeah, that also kind of encouraged me to discover that.
That's super dope.
Type. Yeah.
Yo, not kind of off topic. What is the biggest music in Hungary? Like, what is it like? Rock? Is it R&B? Like, what's the biggest type of music right now in Hungary? Is there one?
I would say pop music. Yeah.
Okay. Word. Moving right along. So coming up in Hungary, matter of fact, I don't want to skip questions, but I kind of have this question. When did you move from Budapest to England?
I believe it was 2017.
All right, so here's my question. Growing up in Hungary before you moved to UK, did you feel like local artists were generally supported? Or do you feel like it was tougher for to make a name for yourself in Hungary because sometimes people don't support local artists. How was that experience? And I have the same question for UK as well, because you came up in UK too.
Yeah, so I think they are supportive, like the underground, like in an underground scene actually. So, but like there's a strong community, I would say, in the underground community. So, as a matter of fact, I think a lot of Hungarian like fans, hip hop fans, they prefer Hungarian music. So probably maybe not necessarily everybody speaks English, or not necessarily everybody is on that level where they can understand or enjoy it, the same way. So they just stick with the Hungarian ones, and I think it's all good. Yeah.
Nah, you know what? Mr. Joker told me that a long time ago as well. Do you know Mr. Joker?
Yes, I do.
Nice. Yeah, a long time ago, I was trying to get like shows in Hungary, because he was doing shows with his group Heroes. Do I say is it Hosuk? Do I say it that correctly? Hershuk. I just say Heroes because he told me it means Heroes.
Yeah, that's what it means. Yeah.
But yeah, I was trying to get shows over there, and he was like, the Hungarian people not always receptive to when you're not Hungarian. They just love Hungarian shit, and I understood. So I think that's kind of what you're saying now.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
What else? How far is? Well, actually, I've been to Budapest. I think Joker lived in Duna Ivadaros, if I said that correctly. Am I saying that correctly?
Duna Ivadaros. Yeah, that's correct.
Close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
So you have your most recent project, Around the Globe, which features artists from several countries. What was the idea behind this project, and how did you get with these artists?
So yeah, that basically came from, like, as I said, I used to listen to a lot of European music and a lot of, I shouldn't say European, because like worldwide, like everything really. And
right.
And so there are artists from every countries that, I like and like their style and whatever. And I just feel like I would love to work with them. And I kind of had that dream, like many years before the project, that I would just travel around and just go to every country and meet up these artists and, just make something happen. But then later on, I just figured, like, because of the technology and the internet, like, and the way things go down usually, it doesn't necessarily require that, you need to be there physically. And
right.
So I just figured maybe I can give it a shot. Like, maybe I can just reach out to these artists and, make something happen. And basically that's what I did. So these artists who, I always wanted to work with, I just reached out to them on their social media or email or whatever. And basically, we started working. But it's funny, it was actually a hard thing to pull off. Because of
how so?
Yeah, because of the so many different artists. Obviously, like, not everybody's doing it as their primary thing, as a profession. Like, some of the people basically have it as a hobby. And so everybody has their own life and their issues and their things that they need to work out and whatever, which is, I understand. So, and, just to have so many different artists, like one from here, one from there. So check up on everybody, make sure that everybody is on the same page and, writing and recording and everything. So actually, my original plan was I was going for a whole album, and I ended up with an EP, and even the EP took 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Over 2 years, to complete. So after that, I just thought I'm just gonna go with what I have and finish it up. Yeah.
So does that mean there's not gonna be a part 2?
I was thinking about a part 2, but yeah, like I'm trying to, probably I'm going to approach it in a little bit different way. So just to make it smoother. And
Word.
yeah.
I get it. So where in totality would you say you get your inspiration to make music from?
So the way it started, basically, as I said, I used to spit. So it started in elementary, actually. There was a Hungarian group coming up at that time in Hungary, and like they were young. So they were like a couple of years older than we were.
You remember the name? You remember the name of the group?
Animal Cannibals. Yeah, I remember that one.
Nice.
And yeah, so one of my friends and I, we used to just, spit what they had going on, and then sometimes we would just freestyle around. Like, obviously it was nothing serious because we were kids, but it was just for the fun.
Yeah.
And later on, I just thought I should just write my own lyrics. And the next step was the beats, because I was like, I need something, to spit this over. So, and I was like, how am I gonna get some beats? I was like, maybe I should just make them.
Right.
And
Right.
That's how it all started.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If you could work with any two artists of any genre to have them on one song that you produced, who would they be and why?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I would say Method Man. And
nice.
And DJ Primo on the cuts, on the decks. DJ Premier.
That would be a dope ass track. I could hear Meth killing your beats, and I could hear Primo killing the scratches. So that wasn't so hard. Let me see what else I got here. Where do you feel like musically you'll be in 10 years from now?
Hopefully further than I am right now.
You
I
will.
don't know. I mean, I actually just recently started kind of approaching producing music in a little bit different.
How so?
Like I used to just, chop up the samples and work with the samples, and not very much about some instruments or anything like that. Like, I kind of even took pride in some way or to an extent to, like being able to do something with those samples without using anything else, that sounds dope. But like, I even went that far that I usually didn't have, like, not even a bass line. So even like the low end of the beats usually came from the sample as well. So I EQ'd the sample and worked with it and just tried to make sure that the low end makes sense, like in the context of the beat. But I just figured that, it has limits. Let's just put it that way. And I was like, maybe I should, do something different. So I actually just recently started incorporating some instruments over the samples, and I definitely make a bass line now for basically everything I do. Growth.
I like it. Yo, what do you make your beats on? What type of beat machine you got? What do you use?
So I use FL Studio. I mainly used computer, basically. So, I have a laptop. I travel a lot. I used to move a lot. So I was not really trying to get a bunch of equipment, because that makes everything harder as far as the moving goes.
Yeah, for sure.
But I have a machine, MK3, actually. So I'm learning. I'm still learning that one.
Word. I make beats on the Ableton Live. I used to have an MPC, but I had an MPC 1000, but I had to sell it A long time ago. I think I sold it and put out an album with the money I got. But I wish I never sold it though. Whatever. Anyhow, I digress. So do you have upcoming projects besides the Around the World joint that you might be working on that you can tell us about?
I'm planning an instrumental EP. That's gonna be my first instrumental joint, basically. And so the plan is to make something different. So it's gonna be different from the rest that I have already out. So I'm going for like a different sound, like to show a different side of me or my music. So that's the idea. So it's not just going to be like beats that, you know, like normally you would rap over. And just a compilation. It would be more like instrumental stuff that kind of makes sense by themselves, like on their own.
You mean like cinematic type beats, like something you might hear in a movie soundtrack, something like that, or like something you might hear in an elevator, something like that, or?
We can say that. Like maybe something you would just listen to as you are doing something. Maybe you're doing cleaning,
like while you're doing your homework or something.
Yeah, or your homework.
Gotcha.
Or you're at the gym or something like that.
Do you have a name for that project yet?
It's a new beginning.
A new beginning, dope. We'll definitely look out for that. So, what is something about you a lot of people may not know that might be kind of surprising? Give me an exclusive here.
Oh man, I guess I can say anything to that. Because I think people don't know a lot of things about me. But let's say I used to have a bunch of hamsters when I was a kid.
That's dope. That's dope.
I love animals. Yeah.
Okay.
That's one. Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing. I don't trust people who don't love animals. So let's get down. Oh, I have another good question. If you could combine any two producers to make the ultimate producer, who would they be?
Oh man.
Any two producers, you combine them to morph them into one ultimate producer, who would they be?
I would say Apollo Brown.
And
Fresh the Hitman.
What was that second one?
Fresh the Hitman.
I don't think I've ever heard of him. That is what's a beat he produced that I might know if I do know him?
Have you ever heard of Ivan Ives?
No.
Ivan Ives. Yeah, I think he's from the West Coast, maybe. I mean, I guess he's Russian originally, but he lives over there. Probably he grew up over there. I don't know his biography, to be honest, but yeah, like they work together. Like that's Fresh the Hitman is his producer, and he's got the sickest, illest joints, I think. But like his style of producing, like he's really weird in a way, but in a good way. And it's like, I feel like, you know, like most of his stuff is like uplifting and you know, like jolly.
Yeah.
In a way. And I feel like, you know, Apollo Brown is a little bit to the other side. Like he's dope. I mean, his things is really dope, but like he usually, like his the way he works with the samples is more like a little mellow and a more serious, you know, as far as like the tone goes. And I feel like, you know, if you would combine the two together, that would be really
crazy.
Super dope. Yeah.
I'm gonna look out for say his name one more time. Fresh
the Hitman.
Fresh the Hitman. I gotta find out, because of all the people you chose this, and I gotta find him out. So anyway, dope shit. So now I'm gonna move on to easy quick questions, and you can just give one word answers if you can or if you want. So let's fire them down. Soccer or basketball?
Basketball.
iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
If we have to get rid of one forever, books or movies?
Let's get rid of the movies.
Biggie or Pac?
Pac.
Jay or Nas?
Nas.
Love or learn?
Love.
I like it. Oh, one more. If you could use any superhero's powers to enhance your own career, whose powers would they be and why?
I would choose some healing power where I can heal myself and others as well.
That's very noble of you. I like it.
Yeah, I feel like that would enhance everybody's life actually. but yeah, just considering the current situation, that would definitely something that would come in handy.
Word.
That
I like it. I love it.
That could put an end to this whole pandemic stuff.
Yeah, facts. You wouldn't even have to make beats no more. Just heal people. So yeah, man. Come to an end of the interview. You have any last words or anything we didn't discuss that you want the people to know? Just anything you want to reiterate? Just anything. What you got coming? Anything. What you got?
I'm not too big on words, to be honest, so I'm satisfied with what we had.
All right, so at this point I get into like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say to check out executebeats.com. It's a shameless plug right there. And also my handle
put it in the
is
chat window.
Execute Beats on all social media. So if you wanna go ahead and give me a follow.
At Execute Beats, right? I'm putting it in the chat window.
Yeah, executebeats.com. And yeah, you can sign up. Yeah, you can register and make a profile for yourself, which wouldn't do too much at the moment, other than you would receive some freebies. But later on this year, I'm planning to add new features to the website. And so if you're a member, you are going to be able to interact in similar ways than you would on any other social media. So.
Word. My man, Execute, you've been dope. I hope that are you gonna stay with us? Usually, matter of fact, let me give you your applause.
Thanks.
Execute!
Thank you. Yeah, I can stay.
You'll stay on? I don't have that much news, but it was gonna be a kind of a short one, but I'll still go over what I had. But let me ask you. You're in the UK right now, right? London or?
Yeah. London, yeah.
Yo, what's the biggest news in London right now? Besides Harry and Meghan and what the fuck is going on with them? Like, what is the biggest thing in the news?
I don't follow any news, to be honest. Like, what I see everywhere is the Prime Minister is announcing stuff left and right, every hour, every day. So, no, now he's sticking with what he said, like, we have this reopening stuff going on slowly. And he said that even though the cases are rising again in Europe, but he's not gonna change his mind. So he's gonna just go through with it regardless.
And we're talking about the boy Boris Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Is that his name, Boris?
Yeah. That's the one.
Boris needs a brush, in my opinion. I don't know why anyone lets him out his building without brushing his hair.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly my thoughts. Every time I see him, I'm like, doesn't he have a comb or something?
Or like a wife to be like, yo, can you not go outside and get on camera without brushing your hair?
Exactly.
Yo, what's good with Brexit? I heard like they were taking away, like kicking people out. Do you know anything about it? I don't want to speak ignorantly. Anything about it?
I don't know much. Like I know that it went down. As far as I'm concerned, I had to fill out some papers in order to be able to stay here, and that was a fairly easy process, to be honest. And other than that, That's it. Like,
so you had to fill out the papers because of Brexit.
Yeah.
And if you didn't fill them out, they would have tried to send you back to Hungary?
I'm not sure what would have happened, but yeah, it's likely, or something would have happened. Or I guess mainly I wouldn't be able to like work or maybe even like, you know, when you want to move somewhere or apply, you know, to rent anything like a room or an apartment or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe they would not let you do that. So that would really make it hard to stay here. Like, even if they don't literally kick you out, but technically if you're not able to do regular things, you might not want to stay.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, England's been making it hard. You must have heard about Windrush over there, right? Windrush is that there are a lot of Jamaicans that came to England in maybe like the 50s, 60s as children, like people like my mother, and they weren't citizens then, and now they're older people. They're like in their 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever, and they're trying to deport them back to Jamaica. And they are, some of them. It's crazy. It's going on in England right at this very moment.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But can they apply for like the residency?
Can they? I think it's kind of crazy. I'm honestly not sure, but I know they are definitely sending old Jamaicans back to Jamaica. It's just bits and pieces that I've been hearing. So yeah, that's that. But as far as the news that I have, just small things. I saw a Japanese scientist discover a way to help regrow teeth. It was just something I saw in passing. I thought it was pretty cool. They came up with some shit. These scientists, these brainiacs, to regrow teeth.
That's interesting.
It is interesting.
To say the least, yeah.
And then lastly, I told you I really didn't have anything this morning. A popular flea collar in America has been linked to almost 1,700 pet deaths. It's called Seresto. So if you have a pet and you're thinking about getting them a flea collar, I probably wouldn't get Seresto. The EPA is doing nothing to inform the public about these risks. Luckily, I saw the article might save your pet's life if you do not get them this flea collar. But besides that, that's pretty much my news for today. I'm about to go and watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Are you into stuff like that?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, so I'm going to be watching that right now. About to wake my son up because it's 7:03 a.m. They have a day off from school, so I'm about to watch it early.
That's cool. Have you watched the WandaVision?
WandaVision, of course. Yeah, I'm marveled out. I'm like, so let me ask you another question: DC or Marvel?
Marvel, definitely.
Yo, I'm Mr. Marvel over here. I'm the guy that goes into the store for a loaf of bread and comes out with stuff like this. I got this from Walmart. I just can't help myself, so I have all types of. I'm about to put my comic books back out. What's your favorite Marvel comic book?
Spider-Man.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
All like that when I was a kid. Yeah, I had a bunch.
Miles Morales or Peter Parker?
Peter Parker.
The original. You gotta go for the original.
The OG, yeah.
Yeah. I feel that. So yeah, Execute, you've been a dope-ass interview. I really, really appreciate you coming through. I just got a quote of the day, and then we'll be done. I'll say my quote of the day, but I want to play one of your joints before I close the show out. Do you have a specific joint you want me to play? I'm on your Bandcamp right now. I play any one you want, or I'll play one that I pick.
I would say, yeah, play the Mike Bless Right Time.
All right, cool.
Around the Globe joint. Yeah.
All right. So my quote of the day. It goes a little something like this. And it goes to what I was been saying about we're all different, but really we're the same. We just have different forms. A diamond is a chunk of coal that did well under pressure. By Henry Kissinger. Very simple, but to the point. I'll say it again. A diamond is a chunk of coal that did well under pressure.
Nice.
Yes. So Execute again. Thank you for coming through, my guy.
Thank you.
Dope interview.
Thank you for having me.
No doubt. So yeah, man, we're gonna fade out with this Execute joint. It is called Right Time, featuring Mike Bless. Yo, Execute, thank you, brother. Cymarshall Law Show, episode 58. Yo, if you enjoyed the show, subscribe, share, download it. I love y'all. I hope y'all have a safe, dope, positive energy, great weekend. Execute, thank you for coming through again. Peace, love, positive energy. Let's go.
Peace out.
Time of my life, man, I'm risen, it's a ghetto story. Feeling blessed just waking up in the morning. We on the grind, never waiting for the right time. Combining vivid so you feel it when I spit around. Picture the image, man, the world is my canvas. Shit was harder to get farther than you could imagine. You chasing green or you chasing dreams? Best believe I'm chasing mine no matter what, man, you know what I mean? Without a doubt, man, I had to take a different route. Without the guidance, take a childhood to figure out. No better time than the present moment. Even if I gotta work a little harder just to get the doors open. No free rides, no handouts, no favors. Made us just appreciate the hunger for the paper. So when I leave, I might never say goodbye. Just know I love you when I did it at the right time. Right time. When the time is right. One time is right. Yeah, hard in the game till my death, cherish every breath and represent cause we the last ones left. Peace to my people living legal or illegal, and watch the world turn like the vinyl in the needle. Whispers in my head say the game needs you, and left the blood on the page from the pen that it bleeds through. Living the wild life, price of the sacrifice. Never regretted how I did it, man, I do it twice. Was kinda nice on these mic devices. Might have struggled on the come up, but the memories are priceless. Who would've ever known it? How would you ever feel? So when you see me on the streets, man, the love is real. From dollar bills to the pocket changes. Congratulations, man, you made it out the hood, living ghetto famous. Life is what you make it, keeping it dedicated. Greatest to ever do it, now your life is celebrated. Let's go, let's go. When the time is right. One time is right. Time is right.
My name is Cymarshall Law. That is Execute. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. Have a great weekend, y'all. Peace, love, and positive energy.
Peace. Friday. Peace.